McGurk Alumni Stadium in Amherst, home to the UMass Minutemen. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on last year's national champions, the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to get us underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the UMass Minutemen head out on offense, and they'll take control first. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Pulls it in at the 25. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will try to get something going with their first possession.
On the double.
Looking to throw on first down. Slips it. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. And the Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna sling it on second down. Gonna try to get it himself. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Going right to work up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Rainbow Warriors now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Got it near midfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The UMass offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. The run from the shotgun. There he goes! And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Bully ball on third and short. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Minutemen! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, it's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Looking to throw on first down, and wings it incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Hauls it in, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. And the Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. Wants to return it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. UMass comes to the line facing second and short. Caught over the middle. It's Willis. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Applewhite. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Applewhite. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. At the 20, he's got space. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket breaking down. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Headed to the end zone. It's a fumble. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great play by the defense. With their backs against the wall, they create the fumble and then jump on it in their own end zone for the touchback.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hawaii.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air, setting up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker, it's Applewhite. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Handoff from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. UMass just kept it on the ground to move the sticks, and they might rely on that offensive line again. Dances away. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. Well, wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The hand to the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. He'll bring it out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Rainbow Warriors have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Here comes the heat.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And the returner will be knocked down. The UMass offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play, the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That's caught. It's Willis. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Bohannon.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Got his man down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Let's go!
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bohannon. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Rainbow Warriors racing to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Second and 10, he'll throw again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. They've built a cushion, they've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet, but sometimes when those guys are
Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Slips away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Lining up to convert third down. Give to the back. And some room to work. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Eighth play of the drive coming up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Minutemen come to the line on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Got it in the middle. It's Willis. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, UMass! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown, now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to West Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run. Sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's taking a deep shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Rainbow Warriors with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Good right down the boulevard. David, Jesse, they find a way in the waning seconds to tie it up.
Wow, and with that field goal with so little time left here in the game, it looks like this thing's going to OT. You have to give that young guy so much credit. He had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's able to knock it through. We've still got some football left here, fellas.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10. And touchdown, Minutemen! They strike first in overtime.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown.
Green 25.
To the air on first down. And they can't make the connection.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. He'll throw on third down. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Wants to keep it in the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. 4th and goal for the game.
Easy.
He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab. The desperation 4th down play, and this one is over. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.